All right, Shalom. All praises be to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Akakodash. Double honors to our apostles, a great millstone that rule with honor and with diligence, and honesty, brothers out there presenting truth and love and sincerity to wake up the elect. Peace and blessings be to the elect and their families, those that call on the names of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, in time of trouble. In faith, we say peace be unto you. And may the Lord have mercy on you in these last times, like you. This is just a quick, a lesson or I don't know what to call it. It's just, a health lesson. Something that the Spirit showed me today. Sometimes we receive these things through the Spirit, and it's just out of nowhere. It's just out of the blue. Earlier today, I was, watching a video of, I believe it was Elder Monatazak. He was going live, and you'd be walking with your phone in your hand, and I must have accidentally clicked on something else. So I must have accidentally clicked on something else, and when I clicked on the video, it was about food grade hydrogen peroxide, and it's something that I've done research on multiple times, but this certain application or this certain video, it kind of caught my attention. The Spirit was just like, just let it play out. So the guy was talking about a woman who had autoimmune. The woman who had an autoimmune condition where her body attacked itself, where her body was pretty much at war with itself, and she was doing a lot of research about H2O2, food grade hydrogen peroxide, and she didn't really have any outward attacks, but she would feel fatigued, or she would always feel sick, or she would feel like it was something wrong, and her family her family did everything to convince her that she was a problem. And I'm gonna post a link to the video, because this video shows you how wicked and cruel and evil these Edomites are, man. These Edomites are fucked up, man. They treat their families like shit. This woman was suffering and going through shit all her life, and her mother was telling her, "Oh, you're crazy. It's just in your mind. You're stupid." And then when she would try to tell the doctors what's going on with her, her mother would interject, it's just in her mind. She's not suffering anything. There's nothing wrong with her, But clearly, they were in the hospital, and her mother took her. So But anyway, that's just the beginning part of what I found out. Now, I found out that what she did was, she put food grade hydrogen peroxide in distilled water in a spray bottle, and what she would do is she would spray her body, and just to allow the negative charge ions, and oxygen from the H2O2 to soak through her skin, and when I was watching this, of course I'm intrigued. I like dealing with things that pertain to bodily health, as far as holistic medicine, so it caught my attention, and I was like, okay, well, I didn't forget it, but the day goes on, you got other stuff to do, so I said, well, after I go out and handle this little business I got, I'm gonna just run to the library, and Not too long ago, I had bought a couple of books, from the Goodwill. I had bought one of the books was a biology. I mean, no, so like an anatomy book. It was a college grade anatomy book. Because I'm into things like that deal with the body. And I bought a couple of the books, Civil War book, a book about Russian kingdoms, and just to read up on things, things that I wanted to grow on. But the anatomy book, the spirit. I was reading the book about Russia first, and I couldn't get in. I couldn't get in concentration mode. So the spirit was like, "No, no." I had another book, the ABCs of the Bible by Reader's Digest, and that's a good book. But of course it go off. The so-called white man, he gonna tell his lies. In every book. You know, but it's got some decent timelines, and some of the explanations were on point. It went into the Hebrew word Adam being Adama, and being from the ground or whatever. But I haven't read too far into it. But the spirit was like, no, that's not the book either. And I'm like, man, So I'm like, man. So I pulled out the anatomy book, and I was like, well, I don't know what to go into. And the spirit was like, cells. So I turned to the page where it was talking about cells, and I was reading about the cells. Everything in the human body is comprised of cells. Whether it be skin, whether it be internal. Everything in the human body is comprised of cells. Okay, and cells. Another thing that I learned is cells absorb what they need in order to survive from its surroundings. Okay. So remember that cells absorb what they need to survive from their surroundings, whether it be internal or external, whether it be skin cells or actual cells within the body, but they absorb whatever they need from the body. And cells, the biggest, inhibitor, oh no, not inhibitor, the biggest activator of cells is oxygen. You know, when your body is able to receive oxygen, and also vitamin K2 is another one that helps the cells, to energize, you know. But I was reading about cells, and I was reading about mitochondrion, and the filaments, the filaments in the cells, and when I got to the cellular wall, something caught my attention, you know, you know, and the cellular wall, is comprised of something called what is it? Is it photolip? What was it? Oh man, I hate to butcher it. I believe it's called phospholipids. If I'm not if I'm not on point, phospholipids. I believe that's what it's called, phospholipids. Which are comprised of the outer wall of the cellular membrane. And these phospholipids are attracted to H2O2, water. You know, and that's at the cellular level. All cells, all cells operate their best in alkaline water at least 7.0 to 7.5, or up, depending on how acidic your body is. You will want to adjust your alkaline intake. Okay, if your body's real acidic, say if your body is at, you know 5.0, that's acidic. Five, anything below 7.0 is acidic. 6.0 acidic. You know, but if your body gets 5.0 and below, the level of acidity, then you would drink higher levels of alkaline water. But if your body is around normal, which is 7.0 to 7.5 or 7.9, anywhere in the 7, which means completion. The number 7 means completion in the Hebrew. You know, your body is operating at a normal level. Okay? So the lower your alkalinity, the higher uh, um, the higher alkalinity that you intake. But when alkalinity is level, you will want to drink alkaline water at about 7.0 to 7.5. If it's lower, you probably want to go up to 9.0 or 10.0. If your body's at 5.0, you want to raise your alkalinity to 9.0. Or whatever the case may be. To eliminate acidity in the body. So I found out about these phospholipids, that are on the cellular wall, that they're highly attracted to water, to alkaline water. Okay, and the spirit, when I read about that, the spirit kicked in. The spirit was like, look into, what kills alkalinity in the body. And I knew it was acidity, but where does all this acidity come from? And I knew by research that you don't just breathe through your nose, but all of your skin breathes. Your skin is the largest organ in your body. I mean, your skin makes up 7% of your weight, at least. So your skin is the largest part of your body. As far as cellular mass that works in unison, or weight. Your skin has the largest weight of any organ on your body. At 7% mass of your entire weight. It outweighs every other organ on your body. Okay, that means that your skin is very, very important. And your skin can be used to take in nutrition and remove nutrition. I mean, or remove waste. Okay, through what is called sweat. But your pores are consistently working to remove this. This is another mechanism that your cells use to discard waste from the body. But there are a lot of things out there that compromise. That compromise. The way your skin is supposed to work. And one of the big things that compromise it is fluoride in the water. Fluoride, And what fluoride does is it calcifies the skin. And, when you look up the word calcify, means to harden, So fluoride creates a calcium deposits, or calcifies soft tissue. It doesn't just calcify, hard tissue, but it can calcify soft tissues if the levels of alkalinity are off, or if the levels of oxygen are low. And it's pretty much the same thing. Alkalinity is just oxygen in a water, form. But your body can start to oxidize, which, when you look up oxidation, that's not a good word. It means to dry out or harden, pretty much, or calcify, you know. Now, the fluoride in the water is a direct attack at the cellular level to our bodies, man. And another thing that's a direct attack to our bodies is antiperspirant, which is used in most deodorants. Hey, that's something that you want to cut off immediately, And I knew about the studies of antiperspirant and how its capabilities. You jamming this stuff through the pores of your underarms, and this stuff has the ability to close your pores completely. So over the years, you're jamming this stuff. You're jamming this stuff under your arms, and it's spreading. It's spreading through the body because all the skin is one. All the skin is one membrane. So the skin distributes this to even out. You know. Throughout the body, man. So after a while of using antiperspirant, your skin is not capable of performing like it would usually do. In which breathing, your skin breathes. All of your skin breathes. That's why you have pores. Because your skin needs to be oxygenated as well. But the levels of oxygen in this world are low. We are all oxygen deficient to a certain level, But there are steps that we can take to bring up our oxygen levels. A lot of people don't know about, and that's what this lesson is about. I'm not going to bring out a lot of scripture in this lesson, but we know that health and good estate are worth more than gold according to the scriptures. A healthy body is worth a lot, especially in these times, man. We got the CDC just announced that, the whole juice jab, wasn't effective. So they're announcing that, all the people that didn't take it, they can return back to work because there's another setup coming. They want to set you back up, But Joe Biden, the president, just came on the news and said, "Look, hey, during these holiday seasons, we're starting to have a rising in this crown 19. So." We need to get people. We need to get people jabbed, okay? So it's important that we know how to take care of our bodies. Now, you people that get that, hey, I don't know if the Lord's gonna protect you. I wouldn't take my chances because there are too many people, just athletes. I'm talking about people. Just happened. What? I was about to say today, but yesterday, young athlete, just drops and dies, man. A lot of people, I mean, if you follow football or soccer, those people that play soccer are in some of the best conditioning that people can be in, and they're dropping dead on the field, man. A lot of athletes, a lot of people are dropping dead, and they're getting found with these strange clots in their blood, man. But I don't want to go off topic. I want to keep it at this. Antiperspirant found in deodorant, is a weapon. It's a weapon that's being used against you. Because after using this for years, your skin has been taking this on, and it's been distributing it throughout the body. So your skin is not able to perform the way it usually would. So I would say, hey, cut out antiperspirant. Whatever you do, if you can, cut out antiperspirant. Now, if you use deodorant that doesn't have antiperspirant in it, you need to take it with you because evidently your underarms are not capable after using antiperspirant for a while. They're not capable to take on a natural form of deodorant. So what happens is when you rub it on, it stays on the surface because your body's not able to take it. Your skin's not able to take on deodorant that doesn't have antiperspirant. You know, if you get what I'm saying, you know. So what happens is it stays it stays on the outside of the skin, and it washes off when you sweat. So you end up becoming musty if you're not careful. So take it with you because you're gonna have to use it several times a day. You know, in this human body, your sweat is not supposed to smell musty. That's a sign that there's way too many toxins being released on these, when your body is perspiring. That means that's a sign that something ain't right with you with your intake. And what's not right is your skin is not operating the way it's supposed to because you're putting this weapon, you're using this weapon on yourself. Antiperspirant. If you can, get deodorant that doesn't have antiperspirant. You know, not perspire. That means not sweat. I mean, you when you use this, you're not supposed to sweat. You know why? Because it closes your sweat glands under your arms. You know, and if you're jamming this in the pores of your arms, parts of it get into the body, or gets distributed through via the skin to even out to even out throughout the skin. You got to think the skin is one organism. So if something is affecting one area, what happens? If it can't get rid of it, it'll dilute it so that area can still function. But in diluting it, what happens? The whole organism, that whole structure suffers. You know. And I did a lesson about this, but that page got knocked down. But the Spirit is bringing it back around because our health is under attack in this place. You know, E is about to roll out another attack on us, and we want to be in the best shape and condition that we can to handle this attack. Because what else can we do but wait on the Lord? Now, I'm not putting nothing over prayer and having faith in the Lord, because I know that's, some people are like, I just trust in the Lord, but a lot of people are not built up to that level, and they need other things to help them. The scriptures say, a wise man would not abhor the herbs, the herbs of the earth, man. It don't say it like that, but, roughly paraphrasing, he that is wise will not abhor them. Talking about the herbs, and the medicines that come from the earth. Okay, so now I want to talk about what the Spirit revealed to me today, which is something called an oxygen bath. Okay, I was this young woman. She had autoimmune deficiency, and what she started doing, she started researching food grade hydrogen peroxide. Now, I don't know where she got the idea of it from. I know many brothers, including myself, have did videos on this, and it's something that alkalinity. The apostles put me on the path to learning about alkalinity, and I don't know if they did a lesson on food grade hydrogen peroxide, but alkalinity led me to oxidation, which led me to oxygen, a lack of oxygen. A lack of anything that's lacking oxygen calcifies, which means hardens. So in water, alkalinity is found in a major form of alkalinity is found in water. Our body is 70% water. So everything started clicking together. Through what I was taught by my teachers. And then we search even farther, and the Lord reveals more things to us, man. But in order to clear and cleanse your pores, there's a way you can do it, but when you do it, you can't keep introducing things to your body that's going to harm the body. You know. So I was reading this anatomy book, and I was reading about cellular structures, and I was reading about skin. You know, and how everything is made of cells, and cells need a lot of water, but not all water is good water. Cells need alkaline water or oxygenated water. You know, now the skin being an epidermal layer, it absorbs. If you when you read about cells are able to absorb whatever they need out of their surrounding environments to to keep themselves going. You know, including the skin. Now, if we're washing ourselves in fluoridated water, which a fluoride is a positive ion. First of all, and positive ions are not good for the body unless you have an equal amount of negative ions, and we don't consume enough negative ions to neutralize the positive ions to keep our bodies functioning well. You know, because negative ions are comprised of a couple of different things. One of them is alkalinity. Alkalinity. In most cases, alkalinity is negative ion charge. That's why they say if you put a pinch of pink salt into your water, you can alkaline the water. Why? Because pink salt is negative ion charged. Okay, and what happens is when negative ions are introduced to positive ions, which the positive and when you speak of ions, positive ions are the bad ions. Those are waste. Okay, so when negative ions are introduced to positive ions, they bind together and they neutralize, and the body is able to, if the cells are functioning properly, and if they're properly oxygenated, they're able to remove these things from the body. Okay, so you see how everything works together in tandem. All things that work together for the good of them that love Him, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, and His master plan, and having the body do all of these things. And all these things happen so we can say, you know what, there ain't no way man had anything to do with this creation. This is a heavenly being that did all of these things. There's got to be a God. There's got to be a power. We're supposed to see all these things and say there's got to be a power greater than us for all these things to exist and work in tandem together. So the cellular level has something called phospholipids. That are on the outside or layer, both sides of the membranes of the cells, the inner side and the outer side. So that shows that it's drawing water from both sides. And these phospholipids that line the cellular membrane, they desire water consistently. So if the water that you're drinking is making your body acidic, the cells go into a dormant state and are not able to operate the way that they would. Another thing, you got Esau putting something called barium oxide and aluminum into the air, so in small particles, which you're able to breathe through your nose. And what does metal cause in the body? Oxidation. Oxidation is the drying out or calcifying or hardening of a thing, whether it be soft tissue or hard tissue, is destroying you on the inside, man. And this is what kind of devil we're dealing with. He loves to hide his evil in microscopic, in things that you don't see. He loves to hide his evil in plain sight, but in things that you don't see and recognize. But the Holy Spirit is greater than this devil, and the Holy Spirit will bring out what he's doing to us, man. Before the great day of judgment, when the day of judgment comes, hey, you won't have an excuse, because the Spirit of the Lord is going to find you out in everything that you do. So what he's doing is there is a consistent attack on us at the cellular level to destroy us from within, and a lot of reason why your mood, you have mood swings. A lot of reason why you have what's that, lethargy of the mind, where your mind, I just can't think straight today. A lot of reason why you have lack of sleep. Okay, you interrupted sleep apnea, all of this shit that's going on. You struggling for air. You know, you breathing like a motherfucker, but you struggling for air. You struggling for oxygen because everything that he's doing, is to destroy you at the cellular level. Okay, you would think that, when you walk outside your house, you're able to breathe in 100% pure oxygen, but it's far from it. It's very far. If you live in a city, when you go outside, you're only breathing in about 12% oxygen. Everything, because you got to think, you got carbon emissions. Okay, you got factories. You got all these things that contribute to the lack of oxygen that you're breathing. Either whether you outside or in house. When you're inside, you got to think, you got multiple pilot lights. If you got a gaslit stove, or even if you got a water heater or a water heater and or a furnace, both of them have gas pilot lights. So there's gas consistently coming into your homes. You have a gas stove, you have a pilot light. There's gas consistently coming into your home. Okay? And not only that, your filter. A lot of people don't change their air filters in their house. So they're breathing in more and more toxic fumes from outside and inside. So we're consistently being destroyed at the cellular level, because anytime somebody brings the idea of clean energy, they end up dying. Like the guy in Buffalo, New York. You would think that, Jake would be proficient enough to look up these things. The guy created an engine that ran off water, and then all of a sudden some bug out drives 300 miles and shoot a bunch of people up, but he's one of them because he works there, but he ends up dying, being one of them. Everybody else was just a casualty, but he was the target. Okay? That's so-called security guard, man. And he was an Israelite. He was a brother, and he died in that shooting in Buffalo. Every time a Jake or somebody tries to come up with some clean energy or something clean, he ends up mysteriously dying, because this man that's ruling over us, this man that's ruling over us, he doesn't want clean. He doesn't want anything clean, because he's fucking filthy. And nothing that is filthy wants to live in a clean habitat, like cancer. Cancer doesn't want to live in an oxygenated habitat. It can't live in one. Why? Because the habitat is too healthy for it to destroy. And that's why the Lord's got to bring the kingdom of heaven, because the kingdom of heaven is going to be too healthy for anybody to destroy. But this present world, and sin ruled in the day of after Moses' death. And he prophesied that, hey, even after my death, you gonna really fucking go off. You gonna go after your own flesh. You can go after your own. You're gonna make your own gods. You're gonna do everything you can to deface this truth that the Lord set up for us. And that's the reason why a lot of our people suffer to this day. This man is attacking us at the cellular level daily, and you got people sucking up to this man, believing that his medicine is beneficial for us to survive, and it's not. It's fucking death. Everything this fucking guy does is death, and you don't see that yet. And then you do see it, and then you're still the Salaki. You're still spineless, and this current generation is a bunch of spineless fucking cowards. talking about I speak fluid sarcasm. No, come straight. Sarcasm is the language of most sexuals. I believe in coming straight. I believe in telling you exactly what the fuck is going on. Because I don't want to play a game with no fucking body. But you got these people speaking the language of playing the game with each other instead of coming straight. That's some punk fucking shit, okay? Don't tell me you speak in fluid sarcasm, because that, first of all, that don't move me. And second of all, you're a coward if you got to speak around your fucking self. Soft shoeing around here, man. Like a goddamn coward. A lot of you fucking people, you're going to hear my language and say, oh, I'm so fucking offended. But the government can attack you every day at the cellular level, destroying you from within, and there ain't a fucking mumbling word said. You speak sarcasm, you soft shoe and tap dance around this fucking bullshit that we got going on here. And you'll take everybody else's side. You hear about these guys that drop endorsements for Yay. These fucking, black-eyed rodents. And, for a lack of a word that might get this video, these black-eyed rodents. We're going to go against him because he's anti-Semitic. They don't even know what Semitic means. Or they don't even know it's not Semitic, but it's Shem. There was never a son in the Hebrew born by the name Sim. It was Shem, man. First of all, that's a lie. So if that's a lie, then everything else behind it is a fucking lie. We can't even get past Sim and Shem. This motherfucker will make up a word and have everybody saying it. It's Shem. Ham, Shem, and Japheth. And Yapath. That's what it's saying in Hebrew. Ham, Sham, and Japheth, and Yapath. Salakia, Yapath. So it ain't sim shit. Well, we can't even get past that part. If it starts with a lie, everything else is a fucking lie. But I kind of got off course, man. But it's the truth, man, and people need to hear it like this, because I'm not gonna use sarcasm and have you have to trying to figure out shit. Punk. That's a punk fucking language. Sarcasm. Hey, get away from that shit, man. And just come real. You got all these people. You see all these people playing games with one another, but games there's people out here that don't play games. And you wonder why. I was just out there in Missouri. It's a fucking serial killer in Kansas City. And the Lord gonna send more people out here to take people out, man. They got a manhunt for a serial killer out there in Kansas City, Missouri, man. Right as I don't know, I haven't read the details, so I'm not gonna specify. But when I was out there, they were searching for a serial killer that had already put 6 people to death, man. I don't know if he's still at large or not, but that was recently. But people want to play these games, man. You will play a game with the right one, and when the game he played back, you ain't gonna like it. But since you played, you gonna get played with. A lot of you people you gonna get played with, man. You walk around here thinking this shit is cute, and it's not, man. Some people ain't playing a lot, and you know what? More and more. Every day, everybody's joining that I ain't playing list. Okay? But I'm going to get back to it, man. It's just, man, it be the spirit, man. The Lord is about to come and tear shit loose, man. And y'all can't seem to get the message. Y'all can't seem to get the warning. We can tell you everything that's being done to us, and you just sit fucking idle and not change shit. You can't even get past Jesus. You're not a help to nothing we're doing. You're a hindrance. And stop fucking watching us. I would hope that you would stop fucking watching us. If you're not going to be my neighbor, my kinsman according to the flesh, then don't fucking watch me, man. You're a disgrace. You're everything that I hate. I'm a soldier, man. I've been to war, man. And one thing that a soldier hates is a weak nigga next to him when the battle is starting. Here it is. We in the battle. You didn't train. You did all this fucking training, and you was that guy that was talking shit. Yeah, I do something. Yeah, I do it. But when the time come to do it, you just sitting there in the fucking background. Everybody else is running out of rounds, and you just fucking sitting on your ass. One thing I respect about this guy, Gay, at least he's saying something. And you know what? He's willing to die for what he's saying. Because that's what they do. The people that in the circles he run with, they kill people. He made a statement that was kind of profound to me. He said, the things I say people die for, but I'm still here. So the Lord got me here. It struck something in me like, man, and that's exactly, because it hit me that way, because that's exactly how I feel. My faith is in the Lord. I know the issues of death belong to the Lord. What can man do to me? If the Lord be for you, he's more than the whole world against you. That's what you're supposed to trust, man. Stop bullshitting the Lord, man. If you're going to trust him, you better trust him fully, man. Because the time is coming where the lack of trust will get you killed, man. The Lord, slide in there, remove your candlestick, leave your ass in the dark somewhere. Fucked up, man. If you're going to believe or you're not. Okay? So every day we're getting attacked at the cellular level. We're getting attacked at the cellular level, okay? I hope I haven't lost your attention, man, because it's going to be a blessing come through this, man. What the Spirit, man, what the Spirit revealed to me today. Through oxidation, and calcification, which are two elements of fluoride that's in water. And, have you ever noticed, or if you ever notice that, after you take a shower, it's just like when you wash your car and it rains. You look just like the car looks after it gets out of the rain, because there's calcification in the water and oxidation, whether it be coming out your faucet or in the sky. You got to think they spraying stuff in the sky, man. Why would they calcify all the water? Because they want to harden. When first of all, what is that water hitting? What is that air hitting first? It's hitting your skin, right? Your skin is a large cell. And what do cells do? I talked about this earlier. Cells use their surroundings to absorb the nutrients that they need to produce more living cells. Cells replicate. Okay? Cells make more cells, and then they die off, and they're getting, whatever anatomic things that they have that are available for use, they give it, and then whatever else is being taken out through your pores as sweat or waste. Your pores are all over your body. Your pores are what's used as a consistent detoxer. They're like highways that's bringing in good things and taking out bad things, man. Bad things come out in liquid form. Good things come out and through the air. But the air is polluted. The water is polluted. Hey, another thing, water, H2O. Water has supposed to have oxygen in it. But when you get out of water, what happens? You calcify. You turn white. You turn ashy. The water is fucked up. Okay, and that's why I named this video oxygen oxygen bath, man. You know, because there's a way that you can get oxygen inside of your body through your pores, through your skin. But you know, it's a certain way you got to do it, man. You know, so what you do is you run your bath. You run your bath. You got to remember, the water is fucked up, okay? But you still run your bath, okay? And then after you run your bath, or while you're running your bath, you would put 3 tablespoons of pink salt into the bath water. Why pink salt? Because pink salt is negative ion charged. You got to remember, and when you're dealing with ions, the positive ions are the bad ions. Anything that's negatively charged neutralizes the positive ones. So if your body is highly acidic, if your body is oxidated, or if your body is calcified, the negative ions are what neutralize those 3 things. So pink salt is negative ion charge. Okay, why do you put it in the bath water and let it dissolve? Because the positive ions in the bath water, which is fluoride, which has those properties in it, are neutralized by the negative ions in the pink salt. Okay? Are you following? You know, and another thing, when you put those three tablespoons of pink salt into your bath water, and another thing, you know, salts, period. It's the reason why I'm saying pink salt, because it's the highest negative charge. So that means that even when it neutralizes everything in the water, it's still able to draw things out of you that are negatively charged. Okay? If you're following, positive thing is able to draw positive charged things out of you and neutralize them into the water. So it's like it's doing a detox while you're in the water. So when you get in the water, when you get in the water, the next thing you would do is you would pour 1/2 to 1 cup of 3% food grade hydrogen peroxide into the bathtub. Okay. Now, if you notice, now what I said earlier, we're gonna backtrack a little bit. What I said earlier was the negative ions in the pink salt neutralize the positive ions in the fluoride in the water. Okay. So if you ever notice, like if you ever put bath salts in your water, what happens when you get out? Your skin is a lot softer. Why? Because all of the fluoridation in the water has been neutralized by the positive ions in the salt. Okay. So when anybody who's ever bathed with bath salts and they get out, oh wow, oh my skin is so soft, because it's not the bath salts that helped you. It's them neutralizing it's them neutralizing the positive ions in the water and making the water more pure. And it's raising the alkalinity, you know, charging the water, and also if it's a good salt, it will detox your skin. So when you get out, you be like, oh, my skin, oh, that bath salts help. But really it was the water. The bath salts help the water, which your cellular membranes, phospholipids to be exact, which make up the cellular membrane, the outer wall of the cells, are able to absorb the water better. Okay? Instead of getting the fluoridation and becoming hard. Soft, if you look up fluoride, fluoridated cells, oh, no, I, I looked up the word calcification. And in the word calcification, it mentions that soft tissues can become calcified. Oh my God, calcified or oxidized. Which when the word oxidized means to dry out. That's why you put have you ever cut potatoes? If you cut potatoes and you leave them out where the air is hitting them, they oxidize. They start turning brown. Okay, but if you're supposed to leave them like a little bowl of water so they don't oxidize. Okay, or dry out. Okay, fluoride dries your organs out from the inside by making your body highly acidic and taking out all the oxygen. So your organs need oxygen. Your cells need oxygen. Your cells take oxygen to your organs. If your cells are oxygen deprived, then your organs are oxygen deprived. So that means inflammation sets in. Oh, your liver is inflamed. Why? Because there's not enough oxygen in your liver tissue to keep it slick, to keep it from rubbing against other organs that are oxidized. Organs that rub together that are oxidized or oxygen deficient, they create inflammation because they don't have that slick membrane. That the walls of these organs are made of cells. So if they're not oxygenated, they become dry and they rub together and they create inflammation all throughout the body. So that's why this is important. Okay. So after you take the bath salts, you sit in there for a while, let that work. Baths and another thing, salt loosens up dirt in the pores, and salt starts to pull dirt out of the pores. Okay. So after that, you would take a half cup. You want to work your way up to a full cup of 3% food grade hydrogen peroxide. You can buy it by the gallon on Amazon, and you pour that in your water. Okay. Now what that does is, I know there are people out there know about putting peroxide in their ear to break the wax. Okay, to soften the wax up. Okay, in their ear, so when they clean the ear out, everything comes out, or it fizzes up. That's peroxide, but you don't want to use regular peroxide. You want to use food grade, because regular peroxide has stabilizers in it that won't work that won't activate in water. And another reason why you use pink salt in the water, because food grade hydrogen peroxide is negatively charged. Okay, you got to remember, you want to take out all the positive ions out of the water using the pink salt first. So when the pink salt neutralizes the water, the food grade hydrogen peroxide, being negatively charged, also doesn't get neutralized by any positive ions because they've already been dismissed by the salt. Okay, so they go straight. That goes straight into your skin. That goes straight into your body. Oxygen. So you got two elements working. You got two negatively charged ion. You got two different entities that are negatively charged drawing, and then food grade hydrogen peroxide has oxygen, and it's like a cleaning agent. So what it does is it goes into the pores, and when it hits the positive ions, it starts to bubble up. You can take it internally too. I did a video about ingesting food grade hydrogen peroxide in distilled water at 35%. There's another brother on YouTube named Tyrone Magnus. They probably knocked his page down. Tyrone Magnus. He did a really good video on it. If you type in Tyrone Magnus, Magnus, and type in H2O2 food grade, the video should pop up. If they haven't, they're censoring a lot on YouTube. I haven't watched it in a while because, I studied it and got notes, so I don't need to watch it. But yeah, you got both of these negatively charged ion things. One is just to draw the dirt out, but the hydrogen peroxide goes into the pores and foams up. It reacts another way when it hits the positive ions in. So what happens is it breaks it up in your pores and it pulls it out as well. Okay, making your pores, your skin more permeable. Your skin will breathe different. Okay, and you want to do this at least. I would do it when you starting out. You want to do it twice a week, and it works for if you got people, that have ailments, that have sicknesses. Lord's will. If it's the Lord's will, now first of all, now if you do this, my grandma had cancer. Don't blame me, because the life and death belongs to the Lord, man. Because you got niggas get simple. Oh, this nigga told me he helped me. No, that's the Lord took you. Hey, see, that's why you got to go to the Lord first about all things. Hey, before you want this to work, because a lot of you gonna do this and the Lord gonna be like, hey, nigga, I ain't helping you. Hey, that's the thing, man. If you don't believe, you're an unbeliever. If you don't have any faith, it ain't nothing gonna work for you. When it come to your time to go, you won't go. I can't help you. That's something you got to take up with Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, okay? But if you're a man of the Lord and you deal with these issues, and I hope and I pray that it works for you. Some people gonna have a thorn in the flesh. It may not work for you. Don't take it out on me. I'm just passing information that the Spirit shared with me, okay? But yeah, man. What happens is, you got these two negative ion charges in water, that are soaking into your pores, that are pulling all the gunk and bullshit, but that are pulling the antiperspirant and the deodorant that you've been using for years out of your pores, so your skin is able to breathe different. And you gotta remember there's certain fabrics. There's certain fabrics that you can wear that have charges in them that are negative to the body. You can neutralize some of those charges by wearing magnetic hematite. Because when you magnetize your body, it pushes out negative charges. So but those things will work in tandem if your cells are operating properly and oxygenated. Through the spirit of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. No, last but not least, okay? But you soaking that water for a while, man. And Lord's will, man, this helps. Lord's will, man. But the Spirit revealed this to me today, man. I was reading about, because hey, this devil's gonna come down with great wrath. They've already told us what they're gonna do. Bill Gates set up with his wife Melinda and said there's a new disease coming and laughed. So, what you gonna do? A lot of you want things to go back to normal. Fuck that, man. Ain't no normal. Fuck normal, man. We need salvation. You gonna stay here? What the fuck? What about us? Niggas are selfish, man. Niggas don't want nothing but oppression. It's a goddamn shame. You niggas are so fucking comfortable and white face money and oppression that you can't even pull your foot out of your ass to say, well, maybe I don't deserve this shit. You go along to get along with every fucking thing, man. And the Lord is not pleased. And you know what happened? You know what's going to happen? If this is your world, if your faith can't find out that there's a Lord, a power that ruled in the kingdom of man, then you're going to die here. This is your fucking grave. And it's sinking fast, man. If you ain't right with the Lord, ain't nothing I can do to help you. So don't take this and say, I got cancer and I'm going to get healed because the young nigga helped me. I'm not here. I'm only here to help people that are willing to help themselves. And the only way you can help yourself is through Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. And, people get mad at me for what I talk, man. But I'm serious. And I'm sensitive about Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. Excuse me if I'm sensitive about the Lord, man. But if you gonna serve the Lord, fuck you, man. I think the same way a death angel would think. When a death angel is dispatched from the Lord because a nigga sinned too much, I'm rooting for his ass. Yeah, let him go, Lord. Thank you. You know why? Because I'm putting in a conscious effort to serve the Lord in truth. And everybody that's not doing that is a fucking offense to me, man. Brother this and brother that. Brother, the fuck up, man. Shut up, man. You're not my brother if you're not fighting beside me. If you can't show me love, if you can't love out of a genuine place, your people, then fuck you, man. We don't fucking need you. We don't need why would we need you going into a kingdom where we want righteousness? What's the purpose of that? We don't want drama, bring drama into righteousness. If you can't get past your own fucking self, then you just die here. And when you're a child, you won't know shit. We'll raise you up the right way. That's how it works. But if you really want righteousness, if you really want to serve Yahweh, he left us a way for us to get right with him, man. And if you deny that way, you're a fucking infidel, man. You're not my brother. You're not my family. You're not with me. Okay? So I hope this helps. Maybe it helps you enough to find some faith and get right with the Lord. That's the bottom line. If it does help you, I hope it helps you to get on your mind to get right with Yahweh Bashim Yahushua for having mercy on your ass. Okay? And the word ass is in the Bible for all you soft fucking people out here, man. People are soft, man. These people are soft. Okay? The Lord called us to be soldiers, man. Speaking in sarcasm and all that bullshit, man. Just come straight, man. You ain't got time to fucking play. You see what's going on in the world? People want to speak sarcasm and all that bullshit. Like that's some cute shit. Lessen yourselves playing these fucking games, man. That's what I said. I got a saying. I said it earlier. Soft sarcasm is mo talk. That's for funny folk. That's for people that ain't got no spine. Cowards. Sarcasm. All that bullshit, man. Come straight. A lot of you people, you just ain't gonna make it, man. The Lord said 2/3 of you should be cut off and die. That's a cut, man. That should scare the shit out of you. Because that's a lot of people. Because our people like to have a lot of sex and a lot of babies. And they don't even plan babies. They just make them. And be like, well, hey, you got to get a higher paying job. But what we plan, we don't never say we going to, hey, we going to have a baby next year. We don't never say that shit. It'd be a surprise. I'm pregnant. We don't know how to feel about it. But hey, I don't even know how I got to talking about that. But, when you think about this whole thing that's going on with the Ye, and how he's against abortion, and all of that, at least somebody got the heart to say something. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying the man is a righteous man. I'm not saying that he gonna be delivered or whatever. Who knows? That the Lord knows. He could be, if the Lord desire him to be. But at least somebody fucking saying something. That's all I'm saying. All this shit going on in the world. You got these dumbass people walking around, playing dodgeball with what's going on in the world. Oh, that's not really happening. Oh, that one missed me too. Oh, I don't want to watch the news. So I'm going to hit your ass, man. And it's going to take you out of here, man. You're going to be somewhere rotting on the street. The Lord about to bring death in this place, man. If you don't want to get serious, you don't want to get right, man. Hey, that's on you. It's only one way to serve the Lord. It ain't the Christian way. It ain't the Muslim way. It ain't. It ain't that. This ain't that. It ain't. It ain't the the African American Negro way. None of that, man. It's Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai or it's death. Now, what we've been saying been happening, and a lot of y'all see it, and y'all playing. Y'all want to play this game and think like, hey, I'll be all right. I acknowledge them. I waved at them niggas when I went by, but you don't want to apply nothing. But the Lord's supposed to deliver you with some great salvation. It's not going to happen for you if you don't choose to do what's right by the Lord, man. The Lord ain't no just, hey, I agree, but I don't got to do nothing. No, you got to put in some work, man. You go your ass to work every day, but you can't put in no work for the Lord. It ain't no sitting out there waiting on us to deliver you. I can't deliver you, man. I do this because I'm scared for my own life and my children's life. And that's why I dedicate myself to this truth. But if you don't want to do nothing, ain't nothing good gonna come to you. Ain't no salvation for you. The only salvation is death for you. You got to remember, the Lord coming back to take people into a righteous kingdom. If you ain't committing nothing to change your ways and be right, then you ain't gonna be delivered. Right, righteous, you can't put that together. You can't put right and righteous together. You ain't gonna be delivered, man. You through. You gonna die here. You made your choice. People don't even know what sin is. Sin is I try to do. No, fuck that, man. Try to do shit, man. You got a manual. You'll buy a light bulb, and they got a fucking manual. But you won't read the life manual, the Bible. I'm just speaking like this, man. The Lord about to come with some death out here, man. You better choose. You better choose who you gonna serve. And it ain't Jesus. Fuck that, man. It ain't Jesus. Fuck Jesus. Okay? It ain't him. It's Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, or you ain't gonna make it. That's it, man. That's all, man. You got white face money. You got a white face Jesus. You gonna believe that lie again? Oh, you just nothing. Hey, I was reading this, a Bible book earlier, and there's nothing but fucking white face angels and white face prophets and kids. Ain't no niggas nowhere. Ain't no other races. Lord got all these other races out here. Ain't no fucking body but crackers. And the word devil means deceiver. You ought to be able to put that together. So who's the devil? The scriptures say the devil shall cast some of you into prison. You can't put that together? Hey, you ain't gonna have no excuse. We've been saying this for years. Everything done fucking happened for you to wake up. And if you don't wake up, if you don't choose to wake up, that's on you. When death come to meet you at the door, man, don't be scared. There's a lot of you know death coming for you, and you ain't scared right now. So when death come, then be bold, nigga. Be independent. Boast. Hey, be the axe that boasts against his maker. Be the axe to say, I can swing myself. I don't need you. I don't need no God to swing me. I can swing myself. That's what that means. The one who wields the axe is the Lord. If you saying I'm an axe, I don't need nobody to wield me. You just gonna lay there and die then. Because the axe with nobody to wield will fucking rust and rot away. Just like a lot of you gonna do right out here in the streets of America. Laid out somewhere, man, with your hey, they gonna send these troops gonna rape men and women. A lot of you gonna have your pants on your ankles out here naked, and that's gonna be the end of you. And the angels recording everything, and you gonna see it. When you choose death, man, and you then we go into a righteous kingdom, and you come back in the world and have remembrance of what your former life was. You're not gonna be happy about that life. Hey, I've been in the truth for a couple of years now. It's not important how long, but to this day, I cry about what I did when I was in the world. Like, man, I was fucked. I fought in the Esau's military. I fought in my enemy's army, and that's why I pray every day that I remain in this one. No, we spoke. When scripture say, man, hold on, let me get it, man, because I don't want to rant. Hey, man, we having a talk, but it is what it is, man. Scripture's gonna come out. 2 Timothy 2:3. Thou therefore endure hardness as a good soldier of Yahweh Shai HaMashiach, man. You gotta endure hardness as a good soldier, man. If you ain't enduring no hardness, your life is easy, man. You got a problem. Because the lives of the prophets were never easy. The lives of the Lord's chosen were never easy. If you think that the Lord is blessing you because you're doing well, you got a problem. Sirach 2, if I come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. Wait, let me get that, man. Because, a lot of people got it twisted. You think, I got a good life. I'm doing well. The Lord got to be with me. No, Lord probably keeping your ass asleep. You in the matrix. Lord keeping your ass asleep so you can die here, man. This is Ecclesiasticus in Apocrypha, or Sirach 2, chapter 1. My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. Okay, this is what's going to happen to you. If you're serving the Lord, you're going to be hit with consistent tests. If you're a nigga, Lord ain't worried about your ass. You can drive a Navigator. You can drive an Escalade, nigga. You can have a big house. Yeah, everybody can treat you nice. Everybody that ain't right with the Lord. But ain't none of them niggas gonna be able to save you when judgment comes. And y'all ain't gonna be able to save one another. All them people that was kissing your ass gonna die right next to you. Either you gonna choose to serve the Lord, or you gonna die here. You gonna choose this grave, this tomb. This is a fucking tomb, man. Lord said Babylon was gonna be destroyed. The North Country. The Lord said he was going to deliver his elect out of the North Country. The people that had what yokes on their necks. The people that went in hardcore slavery under the same oppressor that killed the Son of God on the cross. The same man, it's the same fucking man. If you kill the Son of God for healing people on the cross, you'll kill any fucking body. And your lying ass talking about, oh, you done did all this bullshit to everybody. Yeah, you done did all this bullshit. You done fucked up everybody. But then you say, yeah, we fucked up ourselves in Germany. We fucked up ourselves. Well, that still make you, even if you're lying, we know you're lying, but that still make you the fucking enemy. You're an enemy to your fucking self. The scriptures say, he that can not do good to himself, whom else can he do good to? So it's like, I know I didn't quote that right, but I'll put it in the description box, man. To whom, hey, if you can't do good to yourself, to whom can you do good? Nobody. You know? But the difference is if you know, that alleged Holocaust was you attacking you. That's y'all fucking problem. Okay? Now you got you so-called you attacking you, but the people that you attacked, you putting it in like it's their fault. You are anti this. But what about the motherfuckers that supposedly gassed y'all asses? Where's the attention on them? If they did it and we didn't, why the fuck you putting that shit in our face? You anti. Motherfucker, that shit wasn't created by us. We hate you because you fuck us over. Nigga, you fuck us over in everything. But when we call you out, oh, you anti. Motherfucker, if the World War II incident with the 6 million, if the 6 million really happened, then motherfucker, we didn't do it. So stop throwing that shit in our face. You fucking up, you fucking over us. That's another issue. You fucking over a whole nother nation of people that don't fucking belong to you. They was brought here on the same earth to be able to inherit their own land, just like you. But what do? You oppress them and keep them under your fucking foot because you think you God. And a lot of you niggas, you accept that life. Yeah, I'll be under the foot as long as my food stamps come. As long as this nigga give me a pat on the ass, I'll be his monkey. Jay, you need to wake the fuck up, man. Set thy heart aright and constantly endure and make not haste in the time of trouble. Cleave unto him and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at thy last end, man. When you cleave unto the Lord, you constantly searching out things that please him so you can do those things that are pleasing. The Lord has said, hey, feed my sheep. That's one of the things that please him. So we got to do this work. There's no way out of it. We have to do it. And if you're not doing the work, you should be working consistently. Men, you should be working consistently to the point where you are able to do something. And if you're not doing the work, do everything else. I don't think I'm a prophet. Well, do everything else. Because if you're not doing nothing, then fuck you, man. Hell, you run. You just going to say a few words? Yeah, you know. Women say nice words all the time, but they fuck you over too, don't they? We don't want to hear that shit. We want to hear actions. We want to see actions. We don't want to hear shit. You know? You know, and the Lord doesn't either. And that's why the reason I can say we, because I know that's the same way the Lord feels. The Lord don't want to hear that shit, man. The Lord asked you to do something. He didn't ask you to hear shit. Or to say nothing, Salakia. Say anything. I'm vexed, man. These people, hey, so be it. You know, but at the same time, hey, you people that's playing around, hey, don't play around with the Lord, man. The Lord is not a toy, man. And a lot of you people, you think everything is a fucking joke. You think everything is a joke, man. You know, and when this death come, you ain't gonna have no way out of it. The Lord is about, man, all this shit collapsing in. They talking about ain't no diesel fuel. Okay, they talking about creating this society where if your credit is bad, you basically go into slavery. Man, they got states here in America that are trying to reinstitute slavery right now. And Jake is fucking off. I'm gonna make a better life for myself, living a fucking dream. Cause you got white face money and you the shit. Fuck that, man. I want my own kingdom. Fuck that. I don't want to accept that, man. Just having been oppressed all my fucking life. And you accept that? That's why the Lord said he got to bring death, because people ain't gonna come out of it. Oh, it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be all right. No, the Lord didn't say that, and the Lord is fulfilling everything else that He said. The word is out there. A lot of you gonna be without excuse. A lot of you watch our videos faithfully, and you still won't change. It's just a shut off because the Lord is convicting you for a punishment that He about to give you, man. Call all y'all Bashim Shah for this truth. I thank the Lord for this truth, and I pray and hope that the Lord don't take my thanks away for this. You know, I thank the Lord for this truth, man. The Lord could have did. He didn't have to give us that rainbow and that covenant or nothing. He could have just killed all our ass, man. But the Lord is just, man. And we have a chance to make it out of us that is sincere. We got a hell of a shot, because these people are fucking wicked. So, hey, man, all praise be to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. Shalom.